there's been a lot going on behind the scenes that I'm hoping this piece ends it. Well, we'll see. And I have to be open and address a major point of concern that affects me directly, but more so the group, the ongoing Bubba group, and in particular Madeleine Niatane, who has been, to any observer of that group, a major driver of that group's plot, and that's what it is, to discredit me, Kim and THI, and also Randy and Alan. Now, Madeleine has fallen on hard times, which I'm genuinely sad for, but predictably the former cult counsellor pins the blame for all of that, including illnesses and various other ailments, on the alt-media cult, as she calls it, and in particular me. Yet Madeleine had all these problems before we even met. It's not gone away. Just new boogeymen. And she was accused by several of being manipulative, controlling, demanding money off people under duress. All those statements are not made by me, but the several people connected to her Soul Tribe Sanctuary and her witches' circle. And I didn't say the last two words as derogatory either. That is a fact. She is involved in a network globally of dark arts and witchcraft, a profession which always comes with a price, light or dark. Now, Madeleine hasn't worked for a long time and has relied on others and the state to keep her running, and her grind at me is largely based around the support I receive in general, and also the financial support from our members. Hence her comments of let's get people to not pay his Patreon, and also her celebratory comments on Team Bubba page if my Patreon subscribers went down a few. It's both childlike and indicative. Did I make fun of her latest GoFundMe plea and lack of participants? No. There is a reason my members support me, Madeleine, and yours don't. Despite doing yet another GoFundMe plea 2 months ago, only 7 have contributed. And predictably, not one donation from the people you appear to hold in such high esteem of Team Bubba. Not one. The reason for the difference is not because we are a cult. It is I treat people nicely and help them for no return. Including you, Madeleine. Let's not forget that. I don't control or manipulate people. It's that simple. For every clown and person of no life or responsibility in that group, I have many who will extol what I have done for them individually and collectively. Even some of the people who don't even like some of the content of my shows. Including 2 people who are in Team Bubba, Deborah and Richard. Both said they were not leaving because of me, but because of other group members. That's the difference, Madeleine, and no amount of pity posts manipulating others will change that fact. The opening statement of her latest video was a meme that said no matter how good a person you are evil in someone's story. That was Madeleine's own higher self telling her, despite me being a good person, it is her that sees evil in good people. Her latest outburst this week again, which she got another member to read out her words, like Kaz of Australia did 2 weeks ago, is both cowardly and indicative. And she based her whole comment on a post I made on MeWe about the fraudulent antics of David Rea, who runs that group, which is fact, not fiction. We will hear more details about Overweight Guy and his Fisher-Price spike hit soon. So Madeline was that sick and poorly, she's been telling people this week, yet she could spend all day collecting comments from our MeWe chats, making up false allegations, claiming we are a cult, scammers and frauds, etc. Oh, the irony, when she's taken part in a group with all of those traits. Bubba, not THI. So you can keep going with that, Madeline, but all the problems you face will not alter with me, Kim, THI, Chloe, Russell or Laura or anybody else you choose to blame if they're all gone. I'm just the latest boogeyman you use to cover up your own extensive failings and treating people badly. They've all said it, not my words, although I've been on the back end of it. Your envy of me is indicative, larger group, popularity and reasonable Patreon, all of which you failed to achieve. Why? Because you are not being a nice person. Period. Even before Bubba started, you were sending me several goading and taunting emails to me of how Chloe is with you and not me. I have the evidence. That's not being a nice person, Madeline, in anyone's book. Even David Rea called you self-serving and a scammer, and yet you still stayed in that group. That's self-harming, Madeline. Your PTSD is because your own higher self is screaming for you to fix yourself, not denigrate, blame and point fingers at everyone else. I know you're not well physically or mentally, but healing will not arrive pointing fingers at others. It just won't. Yet, despite all the above bitterness, and there's an awful lot more, trust me, nastiness, envy and lies launched against me, I will do what I've always done with people who have erred. Give people another chance, as some of our members will testify, and even Chloe. So where's an open-ended offer to you, Madeline, that I and THI can and will try to help you get back on your feet, either financially and or healing wise, where your focus is on you healing only. That's it. Not kowtowing to known fraudsters like David Rea. And no, we are not asking you to join us to dig dirt and trash THI Bubba either. They're irrelevant. Essentially, they are a ridiculous bunch of no-lifers, fraudsters, agents and alcoholics who can't even be bothered to fix themselves, never mind the planet. Your choice, Madeline. You can continue lying to yourself and others and all the 7 who bothered to support you, or mend bridges and come and be a part of your healing and a real mission to help the all with us.